Alright. How you guys doing today? Welcome in. Sorry about the stream title. It's a little off, but we're gonna get that fixed immediately. Hello, how you guys doing? Tonight is Frank's Cup Series night, Indy Oval. Hoping it puts out a good show. Last week was a little rough, Darlington, but I really think they can change their ways this week. I'm hoping for a good show. Going into this week, though, bracket winners from last week. Joey beat Bush. Banjo was able to beat Wide, aka Outsider. Rory beat Stein, so that was an upset. Not really an upset, but Stein has not had a good season in this league. But I think he ran decent last week. Got a bad finish, but Rory was able to advance. Brandon beat Slurp, so Slurp gets eliminated. That was an upset for sure. I thought Slurp was going to be really good at Darlington, and after the chaos that happened, I think he fell in the rear and lost to Brandon. That isn't not really an upset seating wise, but it was in my opinion. Parker was able to get it done against Rubba. Nigel was able to beat Reagan, so Reagan got upset. He was technically the bottom seed, so I think all of the higher seeds won besides Tyler lost to Wesley. Besides James, aka Melodramatic, so the league owner of all people lost as the highest seed in that matchup. So, Melo, you have some explaining to do, buddy. I'm joking, obviously. So, matchups tonight, Banjo and R4D. That's going to be a good matchup. Roars 51 and Brandon, if you guys don't know, Brandon is technically Big Colk. So look for those two to be pretty competitive. But Roars has been really good the last 2 weeks. Won at Darlington after a chaos-filled race at the end there. Was able to secure the W. Then on the other side of the bracket, the right side, is Parker and Nigel. If I had to give my pick on that side, I think Yoshi Racing's got it. I think he's pretty solid at Indy Oval. I think he's going to run well tonight. Nigel, I don't know how good he is at Indy, but I have a feeling that he's going to be around mid-pack. Wesley and Kevin, I think Kevin Yu easily slaps Wesley. Kevin's really good at Indy. I saw it on Sunday night. If it's a clean race, he will be up there at the finish of this event. I really think he's got good speed at Indy Oval. Hello, Perk. How you doing, man? Welcome into the broadcast. I don't know how it's going to go tonight, but I expect some good racing. What the hell are they doing? Did they start early? The fuck? Okay, they're practicing. I'm about to say, did I just miss the race? No, there's only 7 in that lobby. Good God, Reagan boys, scaring the hell out of me. Burke, you having a good afternoon or a good night so far? Alright, let me go over the point situation. Went over the bracket a little bit. That's going to be a fun story. But R4D, your points leader, has 1 win. He has 2 stage wins. I feel like R4D, he led late last week at Darlington. So many cautions ruined it for him, so he lost the victory to the guy sitting second in points. Roars 51. Been very hot as of late. I think he's got back in rhythm after winning a championship a while back. Joined back this season. He's finally getting a rhythm, and it's starting to show. Wesley sits in third, had a solid season, won Atlanta. Controversial, but he definitely got the win early on. That helped him in point situation. Parker, a.k.a. Yoshi Racing, I think if he wants to submit himself into this Final Four battle, he's got to do a little bit better tonight. I think he's going to get a win. I think he already has a win at Gateway early in the season with the race that we missed. But I really do think Parker will be competitive tonight. Brandon, a.k.a. Big Colk, has been solid this season. I expected to continue in the 5 car. Nigel in the 45. Consistent. Currently inside the top 10 in points is what you need to be at the moment. So that's all you really need to do, being consistent. Banjo sitting 7th in points. I don't know if I've seen speed out of him, but the speed, I want to see him get a win. I think he needs to get a win to submit himself. Get more points over the cutoff line, as currently he's only plus 11. I know it's early on in the season, but he needs to get a win. Same with Kevin Yu. I feel like these 4 in general, Kevin, Banjo, James, and Reagan, aka Melodramatic, Reagan Boy, Kevin Yu, and Banjo, they all need to have good races tonight to point gap their way above Outsider and Slurp. I feel like Slurp has really good speed. Outsider's been inside the bubble and outside the bubble at the same time. I'm doing pretty good myself, Perk. We're just waiting for them to start up the lobby. Tyler, he's run decent when he's ran races. Sits currently, I think, 13th in points. Savage, think he finally had his first decent week. He's on wheel now, so he says 14th in points. I don't know how we run tonight. Bush is 15th in points. Stein, funny enough, is 16th in points in the series. You need to be top 10, so he's currently on the outside looking in, so not having a good season for himself. Rubba sits 17th in points. Kyrie 18th. 19th is Kime. Tink's 20th. DJ. Yoshi is 22nd. Trip 23rd. Kobo is 24th. Flair, Bryce, Dot, Andrew, Justin, and Morgan round out your top 30. They're also having a field limit of 22 tonight, I think. So 22 only tonight. So a little bit of a field limit tonight, which I don't know how that's going to go. I'm interested to see how well they run at a track like Indy Oval. Oh, yeah. Oh my god! Yo! Yo, my homie Cowboy Tech got 20 viewers! Let's go! Fuck yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Hell yeah! Alright, I gotta exit off the stream though. I gotta get ready for commentary, sadly. But guys, go show Cowboy Tech some love. Go help him out to get affiliate. He needs viewership. I'm trying to get it as well, but he currently has a lot of viewers, and you guys could help that. Hey, Nilla, how you doing? Perk, Franks, you would have to message Mello, on Discord. Just, I don't think they have spots open, but I would message Mello if you need, if you were interested. Melodramatic, he is in the NXT series. How you doing, Mets fan? You doing pretty well for yourself? Just getting ready to watch, hopefully, a good Indy race. Last week was a little rough, but I believe they can change some things. I hope so. My prediction is that we're going to see, I think Kevin Yu is going to get it done tonight. I just have a feeling Kevin Yu is going to win it. He's really good at Indy. I think I saw it in NXT. He was really good on the long run. I think R4D is going to be up there, of course, because he actually won the Indy race for NXT, but I feel like Kevin's going to be up there. He knows the setup now. Alright, they are just now setting up the lobby, so we will get this started in about about 4 minutes, I think. Get the qualifying up, and we'll get ready for this. A little bit. White line will be going on in about 15 minutes, I would assume. That's usually when Camo and them go live, so yeah, they're currently still waiting. Same with me. Now we are just waiting for this thing to get rolling. I am appearing offline, and that is due to me not wanting people to join my party. And it's gonna be annoying for someone. I apologize in advance. H. I'm just messaging Mellow H. Invite me, you boys. Alright, I'm gonna scream at him. Thank you, Mellow. There is one thing that sucks about being solo for commentary is that they have a field limit of 22 by the way tonight, so they are limiting the field. There's only one bad thing that I hate about solo commentary, which I do appreciate when we're doing duo, is that I can't like you have to rely on the people to send you manual invites before the race. So instead of like your like co-commentator can send you invites and you can send them invites to get in the lobby immediately, whereas if you're solo, you can ask for an early invite, but majority of the time it doesn't work. I'm excited. Indy, as a whole, is a very fun track. Like I said, we'll all go over some situations tonight. Yeah, okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. This is your field. They do group qualifying like usual. The 21 of Melodramatic is not in the brackets this week. Sadly got eliminated in the first round of the winner's bracket. But he's been having a solid season, I would say. He was 6th in points. I'll get an update on that real quick. Yes. Alright, James fell from 6th in the points down to 9th. Had a rough race at Darlington, I'm pretty sure, did not get any stage points. But overall, solid season for him so far in the 21. Nigel has been very impressive in my eyes. I think he's been very good in the 45. He's also in the bracket tonight. He's going against Yoshi Racing, who we'll get to later. 45 car has been up front. He's led a few laps during the season. I feel like he's been impressive in my opinion. Wesley in the 19, he's also in your bracket. He is going against Kevin Yu, so we're going to be able to watch that. Has also had a good season. I think he currently sits 3rd in points as they're going around in the rear nearly. So Wesley has a good season, sits 3rd in points. Outsider Wyatt on the outside looking in, currently behind Reagan Boy in 10th and 11th in points. He is 7 back at the moment, needs to have a good run tonight to potentially get back into the fight for the top 10 in points. Slight Savage, aka Savage as I like to call him, has honestly, he's had a rough go in this league so far, and he currently sits 14th in points, had 3 starts. I think he finally, has he had a top 10 yet? I think he got one, yes, he has 1 top 10, 1 top 5, so it's been a rough start, but we're looking for him to improve throughout the season. Epic Gamer in the 12 car, I think he's missed a few races. I think he's done solid in his limited starts in the 12 car. Yoshi Racing, we talked about it earlier. He's in the bracket competing against Nigel in the 45, as you got David, aka Reagan Boy, right ahead of him. So he is competing in that tournament. Moyer, as we like to say, in the 15. He's making his return again from last week. He raced his first event in a while at Darlington Raceway. Big Hulk in the 5. I said earlier, I feel like he's going to run solid tonight. He's been solid all season long, but he has a strong go in this bracket. He's going against Roars 51, who's won back-to-back races. So it's going to be a challenge for Brandon, but he's been very competitive. Oh, my God. Okay, Tink's put in. He's just trying to get some laps in, maybe steal a win eventually in the 60 machine. Reagan Boy, another one of those guys who's had a solid start to his season. I think he was eliminated in the first round of the bracket. Yes, Nigel eliminated him, but he still currently sits in the top 10 in points. He's currently on the bubble in 10th plus 7 against Wyatt, aka Outsider. Flair Venati making one of his limited starts during the season, making another start tonight. Bush also got eliminated last week of the tournament. He currently sits 15th in points, lost a ton of points after last week. So he is basically needs to have a good run tonight to cement himself. Again, R4D led in the second to last overtime restart at the line. Sadly finished, I think, 2nd or 3rd at the end of the race after chaos. But overall, R4D has continued to have speed, and this is one of the tracks where I've seen him run well. So I expect him to be up front. He's also in this bracket that we have going on. He is going against... No, did he get eliminated? No, he's going against Banjo, Trusting Banjo, so they're 2 teammates. Roars in the 51, he's won the last 2 weeks in the 28 machine. Expect him to continue to be running up front. Has solid speed. I don't know what else to say, as you see them lagging a little bit. That guy, Tyler got eliminated in the bracket last week, but has had a solid season so far, but he currently sits 13th in points, so obviously you need to be top 10 to make the playoffs in this series, so he needs a good run tonight at Indy. Dot Husky, nothing much to say in the 79. Limited start so far this season, as he's getting a little free as we have the 28 of Roars going through this pack. Yoshi in the, I think this is the 24, has really struggled. Josh has not had a good time in his limited starts in the series. I think he only has 4 starts and only 1 top 10. So he's been a struggle bus so far, but he looks to turn it around at a track like Indy. Slurp in the 95. Also has been a little bit of struggle bus as he's missed, I think, a race or 2. and also had bad luck in this series, really. It's just been really bad luck for Slurp as he's had speed throughout these weeks. It's just at the end of the races, he either gets screwed over or he just makes a mistake. So I feel like tonight could change a bit of things. I don't know how. I don't think he's great at Indy as they're going 3 wide back here. Oh, there goes Flair. We're not going to. They saved it. Kevin Yu, another guy I think is going to be really, really competitive. He's also in this Frank Cup Series, and guess who he's going against? He's going against the 19 of Wesley. I expect him, I think he is, yes, he's the underdog. I think he's going to upset Wesley tonight. I feel like Kevin's got really good speed at this track, and last week, felt like he had the speed, just kept making little mistakes, and then after the race became, whatever we call that, he kind of fell off a little bit, but I think he'll carry that over to Indy. I think he's got really, really good speed at this track. Banjo in the 34, same situation. He's also going against R4D. Technically, they're technically not teammates, but they just like to work together, as they like to say. They used to have a team in the league, I think, and that's 34 and 38, so they technically are allianced, even though there's no teams. So look for him to be competitive. Again, he's always going to be up front. Same with a lot of guys that we know on Sunday. They always going to run up front in this league. I expect him to. We're going to have a few other guys show up, of course. But it's always fun to see him Sunday and Mondays. I think Savage eventually is going to be up front in this league. I expect it eventually if he can get good qualifying effort. It's been really just mired back in traffic. And he's on a wheel now, so I don't know how well he'll run. But I want to see him be competitive as they are done with qualifying. It is group for this series. I can't wait. Oh yeah, let me... Okay, so it's 50% 2x wear. I should have notes on this as I literally did a race last week at Indy. So I should know a thing or two about Indianapolis. I think it was 3x though for our Indy race for NXT, so it's a little bit different. Stein, message me. If you actually want to join, message me. I can't manually figure you out and let you join. You gotta message me. On pole for tonight's event, it is gonna be the 34 of Banjo on pole. Alongside him is gonna be Slurp. Yep, 95. Third is gonna be Reagan Boy. Fourth is Melodramatic Kevin Yu. Top 5. Frank's. Sixth is gonna be Wesley. Seventh is Kulk. 8th is R4D, so he qualified pretty poorly there in 8th. 9th is Yoshi Racing. Parker did not get a good qualifying effort there. K-Therms is also in the league, so he gets in. And then rounding out your top 10 is Flair Vanetti. Good qualifying effort by him. Invite me, guys, before I leave, please. Mello, invite me real quick, if you hear me. Someone invite me or... Okay. Why are people watching Go Dogs? Why are people watching him? Why would you watch Go Dogs with your sanity? And thank you. Thank you for telling me that. Now I feel enraged. Now I'm actually ashamed. Because people are actually watching Go Dogs and actually liking his content. That is wild to me. I could not watch Go Dogs for 2 hours. I'm being real. Alright, they started. Race has started to go, and we're going to get this ripping and rolling. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That is so quick, though. They just started immediately. But yes, Savage and K-Therms, they're in the race starting out in the rear, but it's going to be a fun one. Let's get it rocking and rolling in Indy. Let's hope they can keep it green for this entire race. I don't expect caution-free racing, but what I expect, this is something that I am going to continue to say. I cannot have 2 back-to-back horrible weeks. This is your week to redeem it, please. I know the owner doesn't want to see that type of racing either. He wants to see some clean, fun action, and I know he's going to be disappointed if it continues, so it's going to be kind of like NXT. They're under the chop and block, basically, if they don't run well tonight, I feel like. They know how to run Indy. A lot of them do, so I expect some good racing from the majority of them. And I know majority of these guys in this field can actually run Indy. I've seen it. So I expect some great clean racing. There's going to be some mistakes, obviously. But here we go. Green flag is about to go in the action for stage number 1. Banjo, your pole sitter, alongside Slurp in the 95. We're underway in stage 1. Reagan Boy in 3rd. He got a good qualifying effort by his team. Melodramatic, also for the first time tonight, qualified inside the top 5. Good qualifying effort by him. Colk already on the inside of the 19 of Wesley. Slides up a tiny bit, but they keep it straight. Oh, Wesley in the wall. Got to keep it straight. Do not come out. They keep it straight back there. He hit the wall a little bit, but your top 4 or top 5 are in a single file line, as now they're starting to file out on the backstretch. Keeping it straight in lap 1. That is the key factor. Outsider and Wesley side by side through turn 4. Here comes Nigel in the 45. He's going to push Wesley past the 8 cars. He's going to take position as well. So now they got to work together to catch back up to the leaders, as Reagan and Mello fighting for 3rd. But the battle for the lead is on. Slurp gets around Banjo. Pass for the lead is completed. And now Slurp to the lead. Qualified on 2nd. Outside row. He's shown speed in these races. It's just the execution at the end of them has not gone his way. So if he can finally dwell or end that streak of just having bad luck at the end of these races, it could be a good night for Slurp and company. But we can already see R4D making moves on Kevin Yu. Kevin Yu being challenged by the 38 of R4D, who qualified outside just in 10th. Already making his way inside the top 5. He's got speed here. Like I said, him and Kevin Yu battled for a win, I think, last week on Sunday, so I expect it to continue between these guys, as Big Colk is now also trying to make a dive, as the 96 of Flair Vanetti, he is starting to make his way up through the field. Yeah, Flair qualified well as Parker and Wesley. Wesley sending it on Parker as Flair Vanetti in the wall. Nowhere he can go, really. The 68 in the wall, that's unfortunate for him. We got people not braking, but no caution going to be called, because they have manual cautions. Little over aggressive by one of the cars in this group, the 19, I'm pretty sure. Little over aggressive. And then Flair Vanetti, that was costed him his track position in stage 1. As we have R40 and company trying to work together. The 5-car Big Colk in this pack, aka Brandon, trying to get him back into the top 5. It's going to be difficult. He might need the 19 and company. But I will say this right now. Top 4 are very organized. And that is something that we're seeing very early on. Organization between the top 5, basically. You got packs and packs of cars. Here we go. We see Kevin Yu. They are gaining slowly but surely, I will state. They are slowly but surely gaining on the top 4. As the gap is shrinking slowly but surely, but it's going to be difficult to gain all that time back, as it's still very early on, though, I will state. We're only about 4 laps into this event, and so far it's been pack racing being separated because of some incidents. The best racing was 20 laps to go in stage 1. So laps, I will get the laps for stages for you guys real quick. Stage 1, 24. Stage 2 is 22. And stage 3 is 32 laps. So overall, should be pretty simple. I think we get about 18, 19 laps of fuel, if I'm not mistaken. So overall, it's going to be a fun one. But Slurp continues to just run consistent laps. But 3rd and 4th, we might have a battle brewing between them. I think, yeah. Here comes Mel on the inside of David Reagan, aka Reagan Boy. I keep calling him David Reagan for no reason. Apologies to him. But Reagan has been consistent. We're seeing good speed out of him and company, and yeah, it's starting to show out. I apologize, Stein. You gotta message me, man. I don't have you added, I don't think, if you actually wanted to join. Alright, so Reagan has fallen back to 4th as the second pack is starting to hunt him down. But I will say, top 2 though, Banjo and Slurp have been very consistent. That's the main thing at this type of racetrack, is just be super consistent, and continue to do that, you won't have issues tonight. There you go, you stupid. So now they are down the backstretch. As we can see back there, there is a little bit of battling. Flair Vanetti being challenged by, who is this? That is the 47 of Bush. They're battling back here just outside the top 10. So far, so good for this field, as we have a lot of guys spread out. Nigel has also lost touch of the pack, still trying to hang on by a thread. I sadly had to bring someone in, and he wants to talk to you guys. Hello, Stein. I'm joking. You gotta message me, man. You gotta message me.
Well,
I think I said that.
I was supposed to race, but I didn't get home in time. Like, I got home 1 minute too late. So
Rest in peace.
I just got to get into the lobby.
I sent you an invite as well. Check your notifications. Unless it's 5 minutes expired, you should be good.
Yeah, and my game froze. It's nice.
Oof. I will state, this field has been very spread out. The 5 car of Colk, I think, got around. Him and R4D are trying to catch back up to the 95, but David Reagan, aka Reagan Boy, has actually. This is Mello. Yeah, Mello. Kevin Yu is catching Reagan. I'm seeing the difference now, but the leader of Slurp is slowly but surely pulling away. Into the wall he goes. Little tap of the wall, kept it straight, luckily. But that can hinder him a little bit. He might have a little bit of damage. That's going to help Banjo get a run on him down the front stretch. Heading into 1 and 2. It's all a momentum-based track, I will say. But you can't really make a pass in 1. That's going to hold up Banjo. He slipped the track. Here comes Mello on the inside lane. Battle for second is on. Banjo lets him go. Will that allow David Reagan, a.k.a. Reagan Boy? I keep saying David Reagan because he's in the 36. I'm used to that number. But yes, Reagan Boy's going to try to take over third. And he does. So Banjo lets him in. I'm still monitoring that gap, as Savage is also back here dueling with Bush and company, struggling at the moment. K-Therms also qualified out back. May have gotten an incident, but is also struggling so far. Oh, Savage slides right in front of Bush, but takes the spot. Oh, yeah. Top 4 still interlinked, but Slurp is just vibing. No problem for him, as we have a slow car. I think I saw a slow car, but I might have been mistaken. As the 5 car of Colk lost 2 spots, got passed by R4D, and the 19, and I think that's the 45 of Nigel. They also got passed by him. So he's dropped a little bit early on in stage number 1. Reminder that fuel rendo is, if I'm not mistaken, is the same as last Sunday when I commentated Indy. It's 18 to 19. I expect pit stops in about 5 to 6 laps. I will double check. Actually, we might have pit stops in about 7,
34
as they
pitting.
might go the full fuel run. 34 pitting, Banjo?
Yep.
All right. Banjo pits super early, but that might be a strategy. He's pitting halfway in stage 1. We got Flair pitting with him. So people in the rear of the field pitting. Blair was involved in an early incident that lost him a ton of speed, but he is hanging on decently. Outsider being pushed by Roars 51, who is honestly struggling tonight, I will state. He didn't qualify that well. He won back-to-back races, but right now it's not looking so good for the 28 of Roars. That guy Ty also on pit road in the 82. Tyler. Parker also struggling a little bit as he's not been able to sniff the top 5 at the moment as he lost the main leads pack draft and it's been a struggle to get it back in my opinion. Kevin Yu has been the closest he's been, but still it's struggling for him. And I know he's got the speed in the hot rod of the 99. 12 laps to go in stage 1. Slurp has basically dominated all of stage 1. But I think I've seen this show before. You gotta be wary. Tire wear shouldn't really be a factor. You should only take right sides if you're pitting very late. I think 4 tires you can do. It just depends on how much time you're willing to lose. Melodramatic, though, has also made a stampede. He is back up to second. Got around Reagan. And if I'm not mistaken, that is a lap car. I'm pretty sure in between those two. Because Banjo pitted early, Savage down pit road early. Oh my god, I gotta take a restroom break. You wanna take over for a minute?
Sure. Slurp continues to lead. It's going to be interesting to see what the lead group does here. Looks like the group of cars, Kevin Yu and R4D, are starting to catch at least the second and third place cars. My question here is, what are these guys going to take when they pit in a few laps? Because this is one of those tracks where both can kind of work if you're fast enough, but it's going to be interesting to see who takes what when they pit. And there's a big group of cars entering pit road, the 19 of Wesley, the 45 of Nigel, and the 5 of Big Pop all enter. We'll see what they take really quick.
Oh yeah, we're gonna change parties real quick. Let's change the party real quick. It's bad. And I'm gonna actually switch him because I checked the audio and it's staticky. I don't want that. Can you start a party real quick?
Yeah.
Just make it invite only. Yeah. Thank you. I'm also gonna do something. Alright. Alright, let me make sure you include your audio. Just trying to make sure it's decent sounding. Alright, include your audio real quick. I'm gonna stay on... Who should I stay on?
How does that sound?
Say something real quick.
Yo, how does that sound?
A little bit better. Alright,
Alright.
I'll be right back.
And Slurp has checked out from the 36 car. Is R4D now is right behind the 36 for second place. The 95 should only have about 2 more laps of fuel. He should be coming in soon. I'm gonna assume he's gonna take nothing in the pits. If you were gonna take 4, you probably would have done it in There he goes. He is entering pit road. It'll be interesting to see if he can take 0 or if he's going to have to take 2. Not sure how the tires have worn here. 36 is going to follow him. Ooh, I think someone missed pit road. A white car. Not sure who that is. Looks like the 28 had an issue getting into the pits. Or if he wasn't trying to pit, he got really loose there and almost wrecked it. '36 car takes 2 tires, and can't tell if the 95 took nothing. But the gap between the 95 and the 36 is very large now. And the 95 will cycle back to the lead after, I believe it was the 28 that last pitted. And Slurp has pretty solid lead. It looks like it's a 2-second lead over the 34 car Banjo. If nothing goes wrong here for the 95, he should have an easy stage win, unless a caution were to come out in the next couple laps. Everybody's pretty spread out. Don't think anybody is racing for position right now. Good recovery by the 1 car. He had a rough start to this race, but now he's back up to 5th. 36 of Reagan has fallen back to 6th. But so far for this race, it has been Slurp out front.
I really do apologize, Stein. Sorry
you're
about
good,
that.
buddy.
Oh my god, that shit took me out the barn, bro. That was deadly.
Alright, I did not
We are
need to
now
know that.
entering. Well, I apologize to viewers. That was viewer discretion advised. We are now under 4 to go. 4 laps to go in stage 1. As you guys saw, I tried to flip whenever I can, but Slurp continues the lead. He won the pit strategy. But here's the thing. We can see Kevin Yu, Banjo, and R4D all neck and neck. I don't think they'll catch Slurp. But if Slurp didn't take tires, I think we saw it on NXT, if I'm not mistaken. Who blew their tire in stage 2? I remember someone blowing the tire.
I think it was Slurp.
Was it Slurp?
I think it was.
It was Slurp. So did he take no tires again? Has he learned from his mistake?
I think he
Has he learned how to conserve his tires?
I think they all took
Well, to be fair,
2 or nothing. Because Reagan took 2 tires and lost time to the 99. He got jumped by him.
well, the 99 I think may have pitted earlier than Reagan.
Yeah, that's true. And Banjo also split the stage in half.
Yeah, Banjo, I think he did that in NXT as well. Pitting halfway through does prove to be beneficial, especially in these stages. But so far, I'll give them credit. I know I'm sad they kind of limited the field, which I understand completely. 22, I think that's a more manageable number. That's a very more manageable number. I'm sad that you didn't get to race Stein because you deserve to be in the field, and now it's
Yeah,
losing you extra points that
it's
you
all
really
right.
need. But overall, I think the racing's been solid so far. I'm not going to give them props until they can do it in
As long
Stage
as
3, though.
Darlington doesn't happen again.
Yeah,
Because if that happens with
they raced
22
really
cars,
well. No, I'll say this. I don't think it was the cars. I've raced 22s. They can run fine. It was in 2020s,
Yeah.
and the reason why they were really bad is Stage 1 and 2 are really good. But the thing is that people just kept sending it harder and harder over stage, and we could see the mistakes brewing. Like, it's just the apron. You can't be sending on the apron like that, and we saw it a ton as we got people hitting the wall. I think we're under 2 laps to go in
Yep.
Stage 1. We
Coming
might be
to
on white
one-
flag.
we're coming to 1 to go.
Are we coming to white?
Yep.
All right. We got some lap traffic in front of the leader. 79 trying to get out of the way. Oh, the 82 of that guy Ty. Also in the way of the leader. They could fight him. This is to stay on the lead lap. White flag in the air for stage number 1. Slurp's got some lap traffic, but the gap between him and second is pretty large. The battle for third is not over, though, as we like to say. It is not. Oh, Slurp in the wall! Lap car on his way. He kept it straight. Not too much pressure behind, as the next closest car is Banjo behind all the lap cars and lap traffic. But now Slurp is dealing and stealing in first. He's been really, since the start, after he got the lead, it's been a dominant race so far in stage 1. But he's got that guy Ty on his inside lane. Out of 3 and 4. Slurp is gonna do it. If he doesn't blow a tire here. He keeps it straight. We got to change for second. He wins stage number 1. No, Banjo holds on. Kevin Yu steals third, though. Takes it away from Kevin. Fourth is going to be Melodramatic. And fifth is Parker. I'm pretty sure only the top 5 in stages get points.
Yep, only top 5 get points. Right outside the top 5 was Reagan Boy, who started off really good but fell off in the pit cycle.
Colk, 7th.
Yep, Culk 7th. Nigel, Speed 8th. Yoshi, NXT Yoshi 9th. And the outsider rounds out your top 10.
Well, for this, I can just say Parker now, because I know his real name. I definitely didn't stalk him on Facebook like fucking creep over here, Go Dogs did that one day, bro. He literally stole Kama's picture. Like, what kind of freak does that, bro?
A good question.
Yeah, that's kind of At the same time,
Go Dogs
someone
has done
stole
a
my
lot.
face for emoji. Someone stole my face for emoji. If you don't know the Fars emoji with child, if you ever see that.
Oh, I think the one car accidentally stayed out.
Oh, that is Parker. Yeah, he accidentally. No, a lot of people stayed out with him.
Oh.
No, one person did stay out. Whoa,
One
whoa.
car around.
What the hell?
Something had to have
Oh
happened.
no.
Did he?
Yeah, he's out of fuel. He's out of fuel. He
Aw.
did not pit by accident. So Parker. Oh, someone hard up into the wall of the 12 car of Epic Gamer. As now they're 3 wide, entering 1 and 2. This is where we're gonna see patience, mistakes by the 47 and the 1. Bush is blocking Banjo. There's 4 wide on the backstretch. Oh, they're getting turned.
Wow.
They're in the grass. Banjo around into the field they go. Big one happens behind him. Outsider flying around. He's doing tumbles. He's on his roof.
Who was that car
And Yoshi
blocking Banjo?
Bush, the 47.
Yeah, that is not something you want to do at the start of stage 2, especially when you are one of the slower cars in the field on 2 tires.
And then Parker gets saved after not pitting by accident. Chaos erupts, and Banjo is your biggest loser.
If that caution did
Got
not
blocked.
come out, the one car would have gone probably 3 or 4 laps down.
2 laps down.
He was completely out of fuel in turn 1.
I was surprised they missed him at the start.
Yeah.
I'm happy they missed him at the start, and then the other car that stayed out blocked the hell out of Banjo, and then it just... It went on there, temper flared, and it did not end well for anyone
Banjo's gonna
involved.
stay out
Slurp?
here.
Look where Slurp is! He's in the midfield section. He was involved. Top break for him, the stage 1 winner.
I think
As
half
now
the field
Banjo
stayed
is your
out.
leader?
Yeah. Looks like the 95, 99 pitted, and a bunch of guys stayed out.
Oh, wait, they don't have damage in this
Yep,
league. I
damage is
forgot
off.
about that. Damage is off, so basically like bumper cars without damage, so you could just technically... Oh, someone hardens the wall back there. Do not go in the field. As they're 4 wide on the backstretch,
Oh,
around
and
they
they're
go
wrecking
again. We're having a Darlington recreation.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, no.
The biggest problem I've seen is once these guys kind of get a little out of control, it's hard to reel them back in. So...
Yeah, and the admins can't speak to everyone involved. I think the communication is the problem.
Yeah, because
Which
this
I
league uses
understand.
Xbox parties, half the drivers, because it's usually the same guys in each party every week, so half these guys don't really communicate with each other at all throughout the season until like you get to the end when there's only 16 racing.
Gotcha. I think the communication is probably where a lot of people get messed up, and then when they get aggressive, they get reckless. And I think that is the key thing that I don't like seeing from elite drivers. They gotta be less reckless, especially you gotta care for your other driver. And I'm right at the moment, Bush's block there. I understand Banjo, he got a little aggressive as well. I won't. Banjo did technically wreck initially, but they gotta tone it down. They can do it. Stage 1 was very clean. I don't care if you're stuck in the rear. You gotta race your way cleanly through this field. I literally think I saw it. I think it was someone, was it Slurp or Kevin Yu, who literally drove their way through the field in NXT because he was racing clean. He was just flying.
I think it was Slurp.
Who finished? Yeah, it was Slurp. Slurp has speed here. We know that. It's just, can they keep it green for enough laps to make him go through the field again? He won stage 1, but can he do it again as they're now on the backstretch? No wreck this time. They're improving.
Ooh, the 19
as
makes
we
an
see
aggressive
Nigel
move on the 45.
They're 3 wide entering 1 and 2. Nigel.
And Wesley's gonna miss
Wesley.
the corner. Yeah,
Oh,
Wesley.
someone hardens the wall
Wesley
back.
is a guy that will not sit in line, no matter where.
Oh, they're in the grass.
Go.
Around they go again. Savage.
That's
And
probably.
there goes Mello. It's somehow green. We're keeping it green, I guess. Slurp on the inside of the 45 and Nigel. Wesley pushing him through. Oh, Nigel came down a little bit on the Slurp 95 machine. Here comes Roars in the 5th and the 28 machine also taking that spot. So now he's inside the top 6.
The best thing
Top
for these
five,
top 3 to
actually.
do right here is to just push. Indy's a very easy track to break away, and looks
Well,
like R4D wants to take the
R4D.
lead instead.
Yes.
And
Yeah, R4D
Banjo's
wants to
not
lead.
gonna
Oh,
fight.
Banjo. Reagan got around him as he checked up to give room to R4D. And here comes Banjo back to the inside. Here comes Slurp in the 95, swerving his way through the field.
And while all that's happening, the one car of Yoshi Racing is up 9 spots since he has lost fuel. Back up to P13.
Nice his way through the field as they're getting a little aggressive back there, I'll be honest. But they're starting to... Up front, there's a huge pack, though. This could turn into a 10-car pack. Luca's also back into the fight. K-Therms, I think he's had a tough time in this league. I mean, in my opinion, he's got good speed. It's just aggressiveness has overkilled him, I feel like, in his starts in this league. I feel like tonight, if he can just keep his nose clean, which he tries to do, he can get a good finish. And I feel like he's got to have some good luck as he's already getting dive bombed by another car. I think that is Yoshi. Yeah, Yoshi's finally moving his way through the field. That's the 24 of Yoshi. Big Culk to the inside of the 19 of Wesley. Cannot make the move, so he follows back in line as they're doing basically what they do at Auto Club, where they file out and go all the way to different lanes on the front stretch. Reagan, though, is saying, I want to lead some laps at Indy, as he's going to stay on the back bumper of the 38. Slurp up to 3rd now, as Banjo's falling back to 5th.
Looks like there's a slight gap between the 34 and 99. I think the 99 should be okay. He's probably a
He's
top
making the
3 car.
move. Here comes the 95. Like you said, Kevin Yu, I think, will gain. He's going to catch back up to the 34. He's going to have the draft easily.
The guys
Yeah, they're
behind
battling
him are
for second as well.
They might lose.
Here comes Roars, making a move for 3rd. Oh, they're also dueling back there for around 6th. Oh, someone in pit road. Wrecking in the pit road. Someone goes. I don't know who that was, but that's definitely a speeding penalty for someone. As Slurp is up to second, making his way for the lead. Smoothing through the field. R4D gonna lose the lead. Here comes Slurp to the bottom. Making the pass. He's gonna complete it on the backstretch if he can get it clear off of 3. Yeah, he's gonna slide up though. No, he does not. He clears him easily. But here comes R4D, not gonna be able to get the run. So Slurp officially takes the lead back. And now R4D falls back to second. Oh, a little contact in the wall. Slurp goes. Here comes R4D back to the inside lane off of 4. Here's him. Older in the grass and 1. Colk slides up into the 24 of Yoshi. Here comes the other Yoshi. Parker in the 1 car making his way through the field behind Wesley now. Oh, into the wall. The 5 car goes. Here comes the 45 and the 24 making moves.
And Slurp in 38 still going for the lead. The 95 will clear him now and take back the
Kevin
lead.
Yu on the bottom. On the bottom, he's going to complete the pass. Can he make it up to third? 2 for 1 deal. He's going to do it. What a move. As you said earlier, they were battling for the lead, but as they were doing that as well, Stein, Kevin Yu took 2 spots. He's now up to third.
Kevin Yu told me
What a
he was
pass.
going preset 6 for tonight, so expect him to be very fast on these short runs.
Oh, as he slides up immediately. Oh, wait. No, he held on to it. He didn't run the completely bottom lane, but he still held on to it as Roars has fallen back to 5th. Gained a few spots on that restart, but now it's dropped a little bit so far in stage 2, but not. He's still in a good spot in my opinion. I think last week, I'm not going to say it's luck that he won the race, because I think he was pretty much a 3rd to 5th car.
He survived.
With the luck of the... Yeah, exactly. He survived all the cautions, positioned himself for potentially the win, and was able to secure it over R4D, who really should have got the win respectfully, and he got robbed because of all the cautions. Also remember someone else really challenged him for the win, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was
Or Banjo, yeah, Banjo.
I think it was Banjo. I think it was Banjo, because Banjo got into the wall very late in that event. I think he finished outside the top 10, but had good speed all night long. But the car tonight to beat is that 95 of Slurp. He just has the speed. We can see it already. Been leaning a ton tonight. Got stuck back in the rear of the field at the beginning of this stage because of a caution of guys staying out, and I don't know what they were doing, but they cleaned it up, and now they're finally running some green flag racing, which I love to see in stage 2. And now it's going to be about, can R4D, Kevin Yu, Reagan, and company catch back up to the 95? Oh, Mello and the 47 get together again. Mello's had bad luck in stage 3.
47 seems to have
stage
had a
2.
rough day.
Yeah, it's been very rough for him.
But going back
Bush
to
has
Slurp,
not had a great day.
Slurp raced here part-time last season due to work. But whenever he raced, he was always a top 3 to 5 car. And just at the start of this season, he really missed some of that speed. But these past 2 weeks, he's been very fast, and you're seeing it tonight.
See that comment by midnight?
Let's check.
He said, dummy. Yeah. If you know, you know. But yeah, these are all guys that we see on Sunday, majority of them. Top 5 are all, I like to say,
Yeah.
ODRL guys. Technically, they're Frank-based guys. And that's going to change as Roar's going to take the spot. Roar's is our own... Oh, into the 36 he goes a little bit.
Oh, there.
Oh, 440! March to the wall he goes!
Done. Oh, and the
He is
big right
cooked.
back there, the
And
one
around they
involved,
go.
the 45. That should be a caution.
I think
Yep,
it's out.
that's a yellow.
I don't know what happened. Do you know what
I,
happened?
I can't tell if the 38 just lost it, but he came back up onto the track, it looked like, into the other cars.
Well, that's gonna shake up things, as now Slurp's got to hold on to a restart with Kevin Yu beside him now.
And
So that's
the
a change up.
28 car seems to avoid almost every wreck in this league. He is up to third with a chance to win the stage.
I think that is honestly a very true stat. I don't think I've seen him in many crashes, which is surprising. That's why he's able to get wins. It is a skill. I'll be honest
It
with you.
reminds me
That
of
is a
Banjo
skill
on
that.
Sundays.
Here we go. Roars actually Slurp on the front row alongside Kevin Yu. Side by side down the backstretch. So far, it's been a decent race. We've had a few cautions in stage 2, but I'm hoping they can clean it up. They've run solid tonight. We've had some iffy moments as Roars slides up. I think you saw that as well, Stein.
Yeah.
What do you see back there?
It looked like he hit the apron or something there. That's going to cause
Look at
a
the
stack
move
up.
by Parker. Look at
that
this,
is
heading into 3.
You do not want to go into
This
a
is a
corner
mass.
here 3 wide. Banjo's going to back
You
out
can see
of it.
Banjo letting up. Banjo's letting up like a mother trucker as he's going to slide up by Yoshi.
K-Therm's making
Oh,
an
there they go.
aggressive move.
There they go in the rear.
I'm not sure if that's going to be a caution. Looks like it's still green. And the 28, he's going under the 95 now for the lead. He always seems to show up right at the end of these things. And you're seeing it again with this stage. 3 to go in the stage. And Kevin Yu now in
He's
the
going to make it
picture as
clear.
well.
Look for the crossover. Crossover happening
Great
now.
crossover by
turn
the
2.
95. Nope, the 28 is going to... Ooh, that was
contact!
aggressive shot by the
saves it.
28. Good save by Slurp. And look at that, the one car of Yoshi Racing started the stage out with no fuel. He's back into the top 3 with a shot to win the stage.
Immediately as you talk about him, commentator curse him, he slides up the track and immediately gets basically stuck on the outside with Slurp underneath him. Kevin Yu now has the odd attempt of trying to catch back up to the Roars 51. 2 weeks in a row he's won. He's trying to win a stage win this week as well, as we have someone down pit road. I think that is Yoshi in the 24 machine.
That could be a
I did not
strategy.
get it. Oh, here comes Kevin. Huge dive ball by him. It almost works. It almost did work beautifully for him as he got alongside the 28.
Kevin on that looser setup should be faster than the 28. He is not going to want to sit behind him, and you can see it here. They look like they're going to go 2 wide in the turn 3. 28 still has
And you know
the
what's helping
advantage.
them? Behind them, they're also battling, so this is not losing the time. On the apron, Roars goes. He's going to slide the track. Here
And
comes Kevin Yu
Kevin
back to the bottom.
crossover.
Here we go. Here comes Reagan. He's going to be back into the fray. Kevin Yu gets sliding up into the track. He lost the bottom lane.
The
Here
28's
comes
done
the
a really good job at
36.
holding things on the outside. Saw it with Slurp too.
White flag in the air for stage 2.
And, wow, the 28
Here we
puts
go.
a big block on Reagan. But Reagan is...
Oh, he's going to chop the nose of the 36. They make contact. Here comes Slurp
Reagan's
again.
going to get there.
Here we go. Battle for the lead is on for stage 2. Side by side down the backstretch. Side by side between the top 5. It's going to be a great finish here at Indy for stage number 2. Here we go. Here we go in the 3 and 4. Conda behind him. Reagan and the 28 came down a little bit. Can he clear him? He does. What a move by the 28. Can Reagan send it to get on the bottom of him again? No. Roars is going to come out of it cleanly. He is going to get it done. He doesn't get loose. Is there one last ditch attempt? No. Roars 51 wins stage number 2. Third, second, Reagan. Third, Slurp. Fourth, Kevin Yu. Fifth is Yoshi Racing.
I'm not sure if the 95 is going to be happy about that shot from the 28. We'll see if he repays the favor later in the race if they're fighting for the win. Because that was an aggressive block on him, I believe with 2 to go. Might have been 3 to go. That sent the 95 back a couple spots.
Sixth is K-Therm. Seventh is Wesley. 8th is Nigel. 9th was Banjo, and Kinks in the 60 car getting the top 10 in stage number 2. Excuse me. My God. Eat some good food today. It didn't go through me well, but it was good food. Here we go.
And it
Start
looks
of
like,
stage
did the
number
60
3.
stay out? Can't tell
60?
if they.
No, the 60 Tinks was in the top 10. Tinks was
How
in the
did he
top
get
10
the
already.
second then?
Oh, is he up to second?
Oh
No,
wait, no. I'm silly. Ignore that.
Oh no, you're having a Bren moment, buddy. Can't be having that. Oh, here comes Slurp back to the outside. He's gonna
Dude,
take the lead here
R4D
down
is
the
making
backstretch.
aggressive moves in the back. He just made it 3 wide and it worked for him.
I can see it right now. Oh, they're ending low up front. Roar's in contact with Reagan and Yoshi. Oh, he moves Reagan up the track, nearly kills him as they save it off of 3. They nearly died there. Reagan was able to save the car. Parker was able to hold it up top. So good driving from all involved. Luckily, there was not a big one. So for this stage, Stein, it's going to be a little bit longer, 32 laps. So we saw in stage 1, Banjo cut it in half. I think you can... Oh, someone hard into the wall back there. No, they're going to go around. There they go. I think Moyer hit the wall. Someone collected with him.
Yep, that's a yellow.
Caution is out. I don't like to say
that's
it,
going to
but
shake
backmarkers
things
just
up a
calls
little
caution.
bit. They should go green 24, 25 laps to go. They're going to be 4 laps short on fuel, so there's really only one strategy, is to take nothing here, unless you were to split it in half, but I don't think splitting it in half will prevail over just taking
Benefit
nothing.
you. Okay, I will say this though: if you split it in half, take tires, you are going to be significantly quicker, and plus you'll be able to gain time when they're actually on older tires, and then you gain more time once they come out because they took nothing. So I will state it could work out for you, but it really depends on the driver. If a driver like Slurp does it, I feel like it's 100% possible because of his speed he's shown tonight. Also tell you who's also having a rough night, as Savage takes some strategy, takes over the lead, starting in the front row alongside the 19 of Wesley. K-Therm's up to 3rd, then 45 as
Two-car
well.
does not
Nigel
go at all.
missed a shift. Remember, he is a
Yep.
noob on the wheel. Oh, into Slurpy goes! They
Savage
save it.
has had a rough start to this league. Along with K-Therms, they're 2 really good drivers, but they just haven't found their footing here yet.
Oh, as they keep it
Someone's in
straight.
the grass back there. My question
Oh,
is,
the 75 around, Dot Hosky.
do they go
He's around.
green from here? I don't think they will.
Depends on how aggressive some drivers are. I'm telling you right now, that one car, Parker, he is driving with emotion, and he's driving quick. He's flying. As there are 4 wide off the corner.
K-Therms,
Here's the
meanwhile,
number
in
one thing.
second.
Yeah, took the strategy, took the attack position. The one thing I hate about people on this track is that, oh, yep, I just saw it. You're going too low entering 1, and he just hit Banjo up the track. You see Banjo retaliating. That's not going to end well. Someone's going to die. And around they go. Exactly. That's what I don't like seeing. I don't like seeing retaliation, and that's what caused the big one behind him. They had to check up, and no one checked up.
And as the
Not
lap
enough time
time
to check up.
decreases, it's just going to get more and more aggressive.
Rowdy. Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you who's loving it right now. The 4 cars up front. And there's no caution being called, by the way, so no caution came out for the recklessness. So now Wesley, K-Therms, Nigel, and then Kevin Yu, who's also on the same strategy as everyone else who took 4 tires. He's now in the beneficiary spot, as he's now behind guys who might be a little bit slower than him. So if he can get around these 4, he could capitalize massively, but he's probably going to get stuck for a few laps if he can't make a move. A Slurp now in 5th. We've seen him all night long have great speed in that machine. And the question is, can he gain back the time he lost with limited draft? Outsiders
think he
also had a
can.
rough night. Stuck in the
Yeah,
rear
Outsider
field.
was involved in that last wreck. His day is over if it goes green. He's had a rough couple of races in here. He had a really good start to the season, but ever since Atlanta, he's just hasn't put it together. Combination of bad luck and lacking on speed a little bit.
Gotcha. We also got R4D and Reagan. Well, as soon as I talk about them working together, R4D goes to the bottom of Reagan and make a little contact, maybe bubbled, as it's going to give R4D the spot.
We saw how fast R4D was on Monday. He's not going to be willing to sit in line in 7th. He's going to try give himself as much power
Sunday,
as
I
possible
think
to get up to the front.
Yeah, he's got good speed, but the thing is that we're going to see moves up front. If they start battling, I think he will be into this fight. I don't think it's over for them as Kevin Yu gets around Nigel, but Kevin Yu on the apron, there he goes! Too low, and around he goes in the field. Kevin Yu, yeah, big one behind him. Parker involved, Savage involved, flipping on the backstretch. And that is exactly what I was afraid of. We saw that on Sunday night. When you get too low, they're trying to get all the speed they can. But the one thing about this track is that there's like I guess a bump on the inside lane. If you hit the curb, there's like a little bump. I don't know what it is. And if you hit it wrong, Stein, it just sends you around.
Yeah,
it's deadly.
That was not the brightest move by Kevin. He was in a great spot there. I don't think sitting in line was a bad option, especially since they had the pit.
I think personally what he was trying to do is that he's trying to get ahead of people who are maybe on older tires and just misjudged how much of the apron he was using. And that is a mistake by him that is going to be costly to his finish. But if we see it 30 more thousand times, then I'm going to be sad for him. But at the same time, I feel like they can fix it up. That's a user error that can be fixed. I don't think he can gain track position from that again. That's a mistake that honestly happens to a lot of us. I saw it on Sunday night as well. It happens to the best of us. So I think he'll recover. And we're going green again.
And K-Therms is going to take the lead.
The fuel.
That
yeah, he stayed out again alongside his teammate.
Out very well for him. The 19 though.
Technically they're not teammates.
Going to take it right back.
Oh, Wesley moves him. Here they go. Here comes Slurp into the wall. K-Therms goes. Keeps it straight. Even though it's losing them a ton of track position. Roars is being hella aggressive. Under the yellow line, they're entering way too low. This is going to be a big one behind them. Oh, they keep it straight relatively so far. That guy Ty inside the top 10. In the 82 machine. Up front, we have a battle for second brewing. Nigel, R4D, and Slurp.
And
but
look
your
at
leader
that
is
28
Wesley.
car. He is so aggressive. He just kind of
it
moved
forced Banjo to push
up.
the issue. Yeah, the 28 is being really aggressive at the moment, willing to move people. As he bumps into the 34's back bumper, slides up the track. Here comes K-Therms back into the inside lane, potentially. No, he's pushing him. But Wesley at the moment is just big chillin' in the lead.
Yeah, last season when
Here comes Yoshi.
Wesley broke away from
Oh, Reagan slides into Yoshi Racing, and around K-Therms and him go nearly. They save it. Here comes the pack, though. Flair Vanetti in the 68 slides right in front of K-Therms. Reagan was a bit overzealous there.
And poor K-Therms, he went from the lead to now he's outside the top 15.
Tough break for him as he's finally got some track position. He's been having a rough, to be honest with you, in this series.
And
as
the
we have
top
15 laps to go.
Now.
It's not over. I feel like this mid-pack session is a bunch of chaos.
Well, I feel like
we're going to have another caution.
Yep.
Oh, into the wall they go again. Just got to avoid the guys who just hit the wall every now and then. I will say, if you're surviving the chaos, that guy Ty right now, Tyler, I think his real name is. Oh, someone around! Was that the 68? Someone hit the apron and spun himself out.
Yep, there was a 68 of Flair.
And that's a caution.
Yellow.
That's unfortunate.
15 laps remaining in the race. I still don't think this is the last yellow we see. And I wouldn't be shocked if we see a couple people get aggressive here, get a little desperate, and take 2 tires.
I expect somebody to stay out.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm being dead ass. I think one guy's
We
gonna
saw it
stay
at
out, and
Darlington. I think it's going to happen again. Guy running 20th wants to finish a little better. I think we're going to see one or two people take a risk here.
someone who actually it worked for them last week. We might see it again. No, it's Nigel. And the 45 who's going to take his spot. Big Colt alongside him. Kevin Yu.
Yeah, it looks like the
Savage.
top
Last
five.
week it worked out for Savage as well.
And
Last week it worked for Savage, so he's trying it
Therms is
again.
hitting the 19 a little bit. I'm not sure if that's intentional, but the 19 did move Matted away for the lead, and that kind of led the Therms falling back. The top five are all at least on 2 tires. I can't tell if
Ooh,
it's
outsider. I meant, my bad, the
And-
2 car of, ooh, again, he gets slid up the track. He's going to fall into the wall a little bit. He saves it. Savage now stuck in the top lane. This is
Ooh,
the one
Therms
thing I
big
hate is the
block on
blocking.
Banjo.
Banjo. Oh yeah, Banjo to his inside. No, he cannot get there.
The 45 and
Here
Nigel
comes Banjo.
still holding the lead. He's been pretty good at these one-lane draft tracks. We saw him up front at Atlanta and Daytona.
Oh yeah, he's been having, oh, K-Therm's on the wall, there he goes! And around they
Oh,
go, oh my
big wreck
god!
back there.
He's, oh my god, the big one! Oh my god, he died!
Reagan involved.
His car was
It looks
looking
like
up to the sky.
the one car was involved as well. Looks like the one car has been involved in about every other wreck tonight.
I will continue to say this. Test, test, test.
Wow.
Yoshi's car is stuck in the wall. He
And-
might not even pit.
Yeah,
'Cause you don't, like, here's the thing that I don't like.
the 36
without
and 1 are
damage-
not pitting here.
Without damage, people are going to be more aggressive, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It influences you to be aggressive. You don't get any, I guess, disabled from it. That's what I don't like about, like, damage being off, but
I
But at the
understand
same
that it's
time-
annoying to get wrecked by someone and then get 10 seconds of damage and then ruin your race, but it's a better alternative to this, in my opinion.
I won't say that entirely because I think they had some good racing. I think they can still clean it up as we still have over about 9 to 10 laps to go. It's just, I feel like on the back stretch they gotta
7 to go.
be more chill with the blocks because I feel like they're blocking all the way down to the apron and someone sends it anyways. You can't make that move. You guys gotta know when to let out. And his big Hulk is the biggest loser. Look at him
On
dropping
OP
like a
goes
fly
into
into
the
the wall
wall.
he goes. As they're all trying to miss him as they're going all the way down to the white line on the bottom. Who's gonna let out? As they're all sliding up the track,
And
outsider up
Kevin
the
Yu
track as
on
well.
the inside of the 45. Kevin Yu going to take over this race. Slurp moving up to second, probably here. Actually, no, he's going to get
Nigel, I
stuck
think,
in
is
the
still
bottom.
on a little bit older tires, if I'm not mistaken.
I
As we have
think
Wesley making
big
moves.
block on the 38 there. And
Oh, 45 blocks the 19. He's going to send it on the 99 of Reagan. No, my bad, Kevin Yu. They keep it straight, luckily. Those big blocks are just getting more and more rampant, and that's when you have death.
Melodramatics
though.
also had a rough night. He is back into 16th now. He's actually 3 wide with the one car and
Parker.
Therms, and they're going to get it figured out. But
Kevin Yu, though, is doing exactly what he did. Oh, around they go, Melodramatic and Reagan. Just as we talked about him. Yoshi almost left by accident.
I saw that.
He might leave.
He's either leaving or I don't think he can clip because he's streaming
Raging.
already. But
You can clip it after the race at least.
yeah, he's had a rough night. I mean, this can be the second race in a row where he seems to be involved in almost every wreck, and it's unfortunate. I'm not sure what the problem is because we really didn't have any races like this last season, and the field size was similar, with pretty much the only really.
I think the
new-
guys that there's some guys being overly aggressive, and I know a few of them, but at the same time, I don't know who exactly it is. But
I
clearly,
think it's a
there's
combination
something.
of everybody, and you're seeing it from You're seeing blocks from pretty much every driver.
They gotta know when it's not good, and at the moment, the intermediates for this league have not been good at all. I've watched 3 intermediates. They're not in overtime, I will state. So, and
Oh,
around
wow.
Kevin Yu goes. He hits the apron.
Well, a huge
And
wreck
there we go.
there.
Well,
Wow.
oh my God, they're bouncing like bouncy balls. Well, as soon as I talk praise, I was gonna say something good about Kevin Yu. He hits the apron and spins out and kills the field.
Yoshi Racing finally avoided a wreck. He's going to get up to 8th from that. But that's going to give the 19
Yeah.
of Wesley the lead. I'm not sure what happened to Kevin there.
I think he hit the apron and just got free, and it just sinked him into the field.
It's unfortunate. He was having
Good
a
golly.
great run. And Bush.
Well-
Bush has found himself in the top 6 after avoiding that wreck.
I think it's avoid the wreck simulator.
Yeah.
Currently. If
And
you avoid the wreck, you're pretty much a top 5.
looks like the 28 car has completely fallen back, involved in some wrecks. He is outside the top 10. We were talking about how good he was at avoiding pretty much anything, and as soon as we said that,
And yes,
he started getting involved in
R4D
wrecks.
to the front row. R4D up front again. Here we go for the restarts. Reminder, at Atlanta, these two were together. I know it's been a chaotic
Yeah, little pass
filled
in the
season.
grass.
Yes, but yes, they had a situation early in the season in Atlanta. It was controversial because it technically was under the yellow. He got a little points penalty, Wesley. But that's not going to matter as Slurp is already going to take over second if they can't
Yep,
get
and
back
here
in
comes
line. Here comes
Banjo
Banjo
now.
to the inside.
The outside is really
Yeah.
a killer on restarts in Indy. I had it happen to me in ODRL. I restarted stage 3 in second, and within 2 laps, just getting stuck there, I was back to 11th. And
And around, they're making
contact with them.
contact for second.
the 82 is
Yeah.
going to get up to third here. There's Therms making it 3 wide.
They're going to probably die very soon. Here comes Slurp! Got the run!
They're around.
Can they keep
Yep,
it
they're
green?
around back there. Big
Can they
wreck,
keep it green? Here we go to the white flag, and caution is out.
big
We were
wreck,
going to have an
yeah.
all-time finish.
I can't. Did they make the? Nope, they did not make it.
No, they did not.
I think it's gonna be for next week.
Hell.
I don't think field size is gonna make a difference. I think taking some people
Allow
out of the
certain
car
drivers
for
in.
a race is gonna be what makes a difference. But now we got some underdogs up front. The 82 with Ty. We haven't seen much of him pretty much all season, and he has a
Here's
shot
the thing,
to win
though.
now.
Tonight, he's been silently running, but he's
Yeah.
been able to gain a few spots. Before the caution came out, he finally got inside the top 10, was able to hold there.
He's been
And
quiet.
now with
and
these
he's
multiple
kept the car
cautions, exactly, that's exactly what's going on, and that's helping him run up front as we got another restart in stage number 3. Here we go, 2 laps to go. Can we get to the white flag? Boogity, boogie, boogie. Let's go racing in stage 3 again. Wesley and Slurp side by side, 2 Toyota, technically not teammates, but that guy Ty is trying to capitalize on them battling. Here he is up to second, to the inside lane he goes in the 82 Ford machine. How aggressive can Ty get?
He's gonna
Slurp and
slide up a
Ty
little
side by
bit.
side,
Slurp's gonna get a good run off
R4D.
here.
pushing him, side drafting him.
Well, I think the
As they're
19's
going to the
gone,
apron
and
behind
oh,
him.
a car around. I think that's the 68 of Flair.
Unfortunate for him. Can they
Oh,
make it?
big
Oh,
wreck
there they
again.
go.
The
Nigel hit the apron.
28. Yep, that's a caution.
Caution's out. Guys, we can't have another 23 caution-filled race.
We got
okay?
a NASCAR Nashville race here with all these overtimes.
No, trust me, Darlington was worse. I know you were in that race.
I was not in
But I
that
think there
race
was 20
actually, but I watched
There
it.
was 22 cautions overall.
Yeah, I tuned in. I missed the first 2 stages, which were allegedly good, and I tuned in at the start of
They
stage
were.
3.
They're doing exactly what they did last week. That's the frustrating part. We saw a little bit in stage 2, where it was a little chaotic, but
They
then they
still
cleaned it
raced.
up. I know, but it's not even embarrassing for the broadcast, it's embarrassing for them.
Yeah,
This
we're
is their
just
league. I think they have something here, it's just, they gotta
They
Stage
have a
3 is their
lot of
only issue.
hungry, aggressive drivers with speed, and sometimes that doesn't go well. And especially at a track like
Oh,
Indy.
yeah, you gotta be patient at a track like Indy. Mistakes are bound to happen. And it started by the leader hitting the apron, a mistake by him. But now it's R4D again in Wesley. They've been tight-nicked throughout this stage so far as they started 1-2 the last 4 restarts. But now they go to the backstretch. Can they make the white flag this time by? Trying to break the draft, the 19 machine.
And Slurp's gonna get under tie. And I see someone in the grass. I see dirt flying back there.
Here we go. R4D getting a run to 3 and 4.
Oh,
They're up the
someone's
track
in the wall
again.
back there.
Behind them. Can they keep it straight?
I
Out
think
of
they're
4.
gonna make it to the white flag.
Can they do it? Can they survive? Will we be able to race to the finish? White flag is in the air for Frank's Cup Series at Indy. Finally, we get to the white flag. R4D and Wesley battling for the win.
Wesley
Slurp
tapped
back
the
in
wall
third.
there, but he got a good arc into the corner.
R4D lost the car and won as their... R4D is going to get a run here. Look for the backstretch. Look for a backstretch move. Does Slurp help him? 19's breaking draft. Here we go. Through the backstretch in 3 and 4 for the last time. R40's got to run. Where does he go? Wesley blocking. Here comes Slurp. To the underneath move he goes. Does he move the 19? Can he get there? He slides up the track through the 3 and 4 for the last time. Slurp in second. Here comes the run from the 95. Down the front stretch for the final time. How aggressive does the 19 block? To the outside the 95 goes. Here we go to the line. Who is going to get it? Side draft in. And Wesley wins it at Indy. Slurp nearly got there, but Wesley holds on.
R4D's gonna
Slurp.
get third. High's gonna get fourth, and K-Therms finally has a good finish in this league. P5 for him.
Well, at least they got a good finish.
Reagan finishes 17th. Kevin Yu finishes 22nd. Savage 14th. Really rough day for some guys.
Yeah, I agree. Alright. Stein, make sure the party is invite only, and
Alright.
what we'll do, I'll do first and second. You can do, you know what?
Let me do
Yeah,
R4D.
I'll do.
I think he was third.
Yeah, I'll let you do R4D, man. I'll give him to you. He's your property. You own him. Wait, hold on. Who was supposed to get married? I forgot. What was the meme going around? Who was supposed to get married? We need to
Probably
get their wedding
R4D
under.
and Banjo.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
We should
those
probably
two.
do that pre-race after this race.
Huh.
Yeah. We won't do it on live just because it's a private matter, you know.
Yeah.
We don't want to hurt their families.
Mhm.
It's private. Understand privacy, guys. But they are getting married very soon. I can't wait. Who's gonna be the host? Are you gonna?
I
Who's the best groom?
think Yoshi's gonna be the host.
Okay. He's ordering the venue, aka our party. All right. R40 third. Second was Slurp. So Slurp gets another heartbreaker. Second place finish. Nearly got there at the end. It was impressive, to be honest with you, that he was able to get alongside that quickly.
He was easily the fastest car today. I think if we saw the last stage go green a little bit, I think he would have taken the win, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. It was like that. I think it happens that way. And yes, I did disappear halfway through stage 1. I just had to trick the audience. You know, they actually tuned in when you were commentating. You know, when they don't hear my voice, they actually stay in the stream. That's a fun fact. Oh shit. Oh no. We there? Hello? Oh no. Alright, gentlemen. Yeah, we definitely lagged out. All right, guys. Yeah, I realized Stein. All right, guys. Give me if you guys can still hear me. Give me 3 minutes real quick. I will get interviews in about 30 seconds. I gotta restart my Xbox. You guys know how it is. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be right back.